Nice. Nice green. It's a Thursday. We're actually at an auction in the Saline area, Saline, Michigan, and this auction is all about Chris. The person had a huge bar memorabilia collection, a lot of Budweiser. Um, so I don't even know if there's anything for me, but it doesn't matter. Sometimes it's nice to have it be about Chris. So if anybody's into man caves and bar memorabilia, this will be a good one. Let's go out and look. Oh, that's cool. That's a goth hole. Let's see. I told you. Hopefully he comes home with something. Oh, this would have had oh, there. I thought it was gone. He has those. Look at those. He doesn't have any. Something similar. Hmm, he does have a horseshoe. I did see the neon. Neons are your favorite. Oh, okay, yeah. You have one like this, don't you? And that one, yeah. At first, I didn't think. At first, I didn't think it was, but then I touched it, and I'm like, oh, it does have. Assuming that there was going to be some household. Oh, look at the Ironstone picture down there. That's a pretty one. So this person had quite the collection. Someday Chris's will probably look like this. Oh, I'm like, you need to take the day off. You need to um, try to get a few of the pieces if you can. Though he has the whole collection of the holiday, but some of them he does not. Oh, that's crazy. And promotional for everything, didn't they? Oh, look at the Bud Man, King of Beers, NASCAR. There's just Budweiser everywhere. I should have him film me. Get the guy's perspective. Sorry, I don't know anything about dolls, y'all.
I think this is his last year.
Well, snow babies. They collected. They collect. I know that. I know our someday will be like this. Ton of signage. Good. How are you? That doesn't look fun to be around on crutches.
You're just here to get the tall stuff out?
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's fine. You just leave it there. Look, I would get this up on the table. With a lot like that stuff, it needs to go with a lot. So then we gotta find a different box or shelf. Look at if you don't want the man.
some Pyrex. It's the blue set. think this house must have been all decorated in Budweiser. And I told Chris he can have the whole garage. I don't know if I want it all in the house, but hey, there are some woman stuff, household. Oh, brass. It's a rhino.
Was the whole house just Budweiser?
I haven't run here. This is the first day I've been here. I've looked at stuff that was online. So.
Blue angels. Oh, those are neat.
I think
Just random. Is that a Miss Butterworth bottle? I think that's a Miss Butterworth bottle. Hmm? Ooh, it's a tomato. I get so excited about a tomato and a rolling pin in this cute little drawer. So see, I can always find something. Oh, you can't see. It's bright. There we go.
Budweiser stuff.
Look at like a first communion cake topper.
Hmm.
And then graduate. Do they even do graduation cake toppers anymore? And then look at the little boy. The
Bunch of angels with that out too.
oh, there is. Nice green chip. But just Budweiser laid all over the place, like bunny mold. Another Budweiser towel. Oh, these are fun.
The foam hats.
The foam hats are so fun, Chris. What's some kind of a storage room?
That's a nice looking scale.
It is. Look at see,
Green.
just random. Here, I'll get closer. Random. Well, hopefully the draw is not for Chris though, but for me. What about, I wonder if they made cakes. It's all cake stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I said this is Hoosier, isn't it?
Yes.
Hoosier style cabinet. I was gonna say it looked old recipe cake decorating. Yeah. Oh yeah, cake toppers. Oh, let me get that. Push my purse around. Well, I like cake toppers though, because those are great for to create vignettes. And look at, there's even a scary clown.
You can always find something.
Yeah, yes, I can.
Cake mold.
Oh, yeah. One for every holiday. Person to call. But there's a couple taps, Chris. Did you see the taps?
Yeah.
I'm sure he probably did. Little cups. And some blow-ups. Things I didn't even. I guess you only usually would see these at like party stores. There's a lot of them. Yeah, when you think Chris's collection is impressive, well, some of the boxes. Yeah, the blow-ups.
1150, 50, 1150, 1150, 1150. Does she hear that, Rick? For her Barbie dolls, 1150.
Oh, yep.
1150, 1200, 1250, 1250, 1300, 1300, 1350. That's who played with them. 1350.
This one right here.
1350, 1350.
Oh.
There
No,
it is. Not mine, Brian.
All right. $1,300, number 17. You want them all? I thought those were yours, Rick.
No, sir.
All right, you're just taking the one piece? 600, 600, give me 6, would you give me 600, 700, 700, 700, 700, 7, 8, 8, 8, now 9, 9, 9 to 9, they've always been together, you know. 900, 900, give me 9. Would you give me 850? Is the best I can do. 850, 900, 900, give me 9. Are you sure? 900. I'd like to see you go home with one. Give me 900, 900, 900. Anybody else? 850 to number 17. Number 17. I got two choices left.
I think it's probably gonna be one brand, to be honest. It's up to you.
You want to make it
I
one?
think it'll be more beneficial.
How about you two? You're my two ladies. 200, 300, 400, 500, 600, 700, 800, 900, 1,000. $1,000 for all of it. $1,000 for this. Something goes in there. $1,000. $1,000. $1,000. No, no, we give me 1,000. 950 is the best I'll do. 950, 1,000, 1,050. Sold for 1,000 a number. Two, buyer number 2. And need one.
Yes, this auction was all about Chris. Most of the time it is not. Most of the time he's my CEO and he's carrying all my stuff out. Like this for him was like if I showed up to an auction that had a whole bunch of ironstone and primitives.
With some swung vases and some pantry boxes.
Yeah.
And butter pats.
Yeah. So this for him was that feeling.
So I found this auction about a month ago, and actually while we're filming this, and we went to the auction today, it's a Thursday, so I actually took time off work to go to this because you don't.
And he was second.
I don't come across an auction like
Yeah,
this. I mean, I might find one or two signs, but that's it usually.
And you were second guessing going. You're
Yeah.
like, I don't know, because you never know. Like, are you going to go and like?
Well, this was in Ann Arbor, which is
Yes.
a very big city right next to Detroit. And I figured there'd be collectors there, a ton of collectors, and I wouldn't really end up with much at all.
Well, and I think too that we went to a Saturday auction down in Ohio, and you got outbid all day long.
Yes.
So.
And I got outbid on quite a few things.
Yeah. But he has a great haul to share with you, and somehow I still found some stuff for myself. So I'll share his first, and then we will share mine.
So I kind of feel like Yvonne when she gets a really good sale and she comes home and just has everything laid out. Usually when we go, it's mainly tools for me, but this auction, there was Budweiser memorabilia. I'll turn the camera around so we can share it together. So the one thing that made me feel sick was I had checked out this neon and I asked the guy, does it work? He said, yeah, but you plug it in just to verify it. Plugged it in and it ran just fine. Then I don't know if it wasn't on the ride home. I'm wondering because a lot of people were looking at it. You can see right there, someone cracked the tube and now it doesn't work. Luckily, near Nashville, where Yvonne likes to go antiquing, there is a place that actually repairs neon signs. So we were going to take it up there. You'll see a ton of stuff like this. This guy, he was a collector because I only got maybe, I don't know, maybe 2% of what he had, if that. And he had pretty much anything that said Budweiser or Anheuser-Busch. Extra boxes, Yvonne did find this. It's a pennant, a Budweiser pennant. I did pick up some steins. Really, those were one of the things that were going pretty high. And he had some very unique ones, some of the frog ones, some Budman ones. A lot of the steins also had the pewter top. But this person that did the collecting on this, every one of these were sent to him by a company. Oh, it's so hard to do things with one hand. Jake's Bud Stuff. And he kept every one of these pieces of paper, the invoice that it came with. It shows the price he paid, when he got it, and it's got even a brief description. A brief description on there of the stein. So this one back in the day, he paid $20 for. And because he was a collector and he was part of a group, which I might have to look this up, Anheuser-Busch Collection Club, he would get these pins. Some of these, the bags, the envelopes were missing. But you can see they're all different little beer steins. He also got this. I like patches. I've been collecting those. This is a budshop.com, some kind of a pencil or a pen. Now I already have one of these, the Big Bud fishing lure, but for the price, I picked up another one. Belt buckles. This is actually not only a lighter, looks like it needs some work, but it's also a music box. I have the front half of one of these. I didn't know it was a napkin holder. This is a very old can. You had to open it with the the back part of the bottle openers. More miscellaneous stuff, some cups. This one is a clock and it lights up. Another Budweiser clock. This is pretty funny. You looked at it and you said, oh, it's just a plastic beer cap. No, it's soft. It is actually, it would sit on your 5-gallon bucket, and it's a cushion seat. Other things, that's a clock and a light. This is a cardboard cutout. That is not a light. Like I said, he collected everything. This would actually go on your golf bag for your towels. And I did get some wall mounts. This would have been on the golf course, is what they said. And I was just telling Yvonne, I've got a couple like this. And I said, I should really just have those all in one area on my wall. But now I need to find a spot for a few more. He had, these are styrofoam. They're just a hat that you would have worn probably during a fair or parade. I picked up some glasses. A lot of things were just being sold as the whole box, so there might have been something in the box I wanted, and those are the extras. This thing is actually certified, and it's a proof. It's a rare proof, it says. I tried to look it up, and I could not find anything on it. Got some more beer taps. Unfortunately, this is the only one that I will be keeping. The rest of them I'll be selling because I don't collect the sports memorabilia. I've already got 2 of these, and these are all for Bud Light. But underneath it is a Budweiser checker game. This is just sitting on a shelf down in the basement. And you got Budweiser versus Bud Light. Little Budweiser mirror. At the beginning of the auction, they also had 3 of these. And they're just little memorabilia things that he collected and put in them. And I've got the other 2. He also had plenty of tins. I do have this one already. And a lot of them were newer like that. He had this Budweiser tap I do not have, but it's still hooked up for a keg. Budweiser clock. Like I said, got some more wall hanging. And then these are the other 2 that he had that I got. And it's just got all sorts of miscellaneous things that he has collected throughout the many, many years, I'm sure. And I don't know if I will keep them in this or put them in on a shelf. Because some of them are very tiny. Little beer bottles. And then the last thing, these were always at the fairs. I remember seeing these. If you pop so many balloons or you pick the right rubber ducky or whatever the case may be. Budweiser King of Beer. Then he cut out some articles and framed those. Another mirror. An old Budweiser sign advertisement. Then the last one's another Budweiser mirror. So I know that's kind of quick. I'll walk back through it again. But yeah, there was just tons of it there. I mean, you could see that at the beginning of the video.
Now, there really wasn't a ton of, home, like the family might have taken it, and that's just how it is. But I did win the Pyrex. They were very matchy-matchy. What they collected a lot of. It's not, I think I noticed a few little chips. It's not perfect, but to find a refrigerator set and all this blue is amazing. This was kind of a bonus, but I loved that I had the matching. Chris got some dairy bottles in one of his hauls. And then this cute little dresser they pulled out, whether it's a little kid's, and then there's some, in the drawers there were some foreign coins. And whether this is a real diamond or not, we don't know yet. It says
you got the certificate.
I know we have a certificate of authenticity.
Which you can print off the computer probably.
Yes, you can. So just laying in the bottom of the drawer was, so you don't know. We don't know. It's probably fake, but it says
half a carat.
It says it's a half a carat little diamond. I don't know, y'all, if it's real or not real, but I'm sure we'll test it. Just, you gotta know. You gotta know whether, it looks official, right? It looks very, very official. But anyway, y'all, there was a dresser I looked in and I saw this. I love this cross, this heavy metal crucifix. Oh my gosh. And then I had to look this up. I thought this was very, very unique. And there are versions. This one would hang on the wall, and I believe holy water goes in here. But all the ones that I saw were like shelf sitters. They weren't ones that hung on the wall. So that's very unique. And this was inside the dresser, which I ended up having to buy the dresser, but we left it behind because I didn't think we were going to get anything, and
we brought your car instead of my.
Yeah.
My
We always make bad decisions like that, but we fit most of it in. This was in the dresser, so it's just a little hobbyist owl. Somehow it lights up like a ceramic tree, and it works, but I just don't know how you see that through that solid surface. She was on the mantle top. She's actually cement. They had a thing for fairy and angels, and I'm all over that. These were on the mantle also. I bought the whole mantle, but I just took what I wanted. These were in the dresser. I thought somebody would probably love some of these teddy beanie babies. I grabbed this set not knowing that this bird had been repaired, and maybe I can make a little bit better repair and repaint them. I love that this one had its opened wings. I got a picture of Jesus, and then another picture in the bed, one of the bedrooms.
The bigger one.
Yes, I thought it's just beautiful. Beautiful. This was in the pick of the outdoor stuff, a copper tea kettle. Our daughter, we've talked to before that she plays, she golfs. And so why not get, you can always use extra golf balls. And then that's one of the golf ball carriers. So hopefully we can wash it up. I wanted this lot because of course it had the tomato that I'm collecting, which my basket's almost full. I can take stuff out and collect more. Nobody went down into the basement. By the time they made it in the house and they sold all the Budweiser stuff, there was 5 people left, if even that.
And it's not that it took too long. The whole auction only took, it was less than 2 hours. We were driving away.
It was less than 2 hours, but the people that came, as you saw, came for the Barbies, and then for the Budweiser stuff, and then and
the silver.
And the silver, yes, there's silver and coins. I don't know if I don't remember if I videoed that or not, because we usually don't go into that. Some vintage cake toppers. That's a whole box of cake toppers. So she must have made cakes. So they're vintage. You all look at First Communion.
And when you bought those, the guy thought you were going to buy all of the cake.
Oh, he thought I was going to buy all the cake stuff. And I'm like, no. No, I just want the cake toppers. And then I did get the 2 shelves of brass. Like I said, when we went into the house, nobody cared.
There are some small pieces.
There are some very small pieces, and they traveled. There's a few pieces of paper that I had that they had traveled over to India themselves. This was another lot. Nobody was in the garage picking, so the next thing you know, we have an outdoor booth, and I think for $20. He's like, if you take what you want for $20, and I did. I'm like, okay. Some of them are broken. Some of them are cement. Some of them are vintage.
A lot of them are resin.
A lot of them are resin, yes. But we have ceramic. We have cast iron. The butterfly needs fixed. But I should be set for a little while. And then this is a plant hanger. The butterfly I have to fix. This is a plant hanger.
Mm-hmm.
So we got
and
that.
Then the jug.
And then I thought I was going to get this for $5. And then the auctioneer called over his buddy, and then I didn't get it for $5, but I still got it for a steal compared to
Show the front.
Compared to what you usually pay for these.
The salt glazed.
The salt glaze. There's a little chip here, but it's not cracked. So you see there's a little chip here. Usually these goes into the hundreds, and we don't get them at auction. So to pay anything less than $100, it's a pretty good deal. And they did the 2, and I actually collect these. I have a crock shelf that I'm starting to trade out for bigger ones, and then more of the salt glaze with the blue swirls, the bee stings. I don't know if you call that a bee. I don't think that's a bee sting. Just the blue writing. I'm not sure what this is actually called. And then there again, in the basement, nobody was there, and that green scale was just sitting there saying, "Hi, don't you want me?" And I'm like, "Yes, I do. Thank you." And then this beautiful, there again, he tried to sell me a whole bunch of stuff I didn't want just to take that footstool, which other than cleaning up, I wouldn't do anything to because I think it's pretty.
Well, I heard him talking at the end of the auction. That he was going to get a hold of some junker that I'm sure all the auctioneers have their own people that they call at the end, and they just come through and clean out everything. And that's all the stuff you'll see at the flea markets and stuff.
But now Chris is going to be very, very busy rearranging his wall. He needed more smaller want pieces anyway. I'm glad that there's someplace kind of local to fix that. So sad that somehow that got broken from the time he plugged it in to the time we purchased it. Wondered why he got it for such a good deal. You never know. Somebody knew. So I don't know. We'll see how fast he gets this done. So maybe I can put it at the end of the video. I don't think so. It's a lot of work. He's not like me adding a little butter pat here and there into,
Well, like the
bread knife.
Steins. I've already got quite a few of those. The ones with the pewter tops I don't have. So those will get cleaned up and then just put in my booth. I'll sell those. And there's other things on this table too that I'm just not going to keep. I already explained, the beer taps, the Bud Light ones and stuff. I will clean those up and they'll get priced and put in the booth too. So I'll make a pile of that.
Yeah. Whether he wants to make another shelf. Yeah, but he's been looking for smalls. Smalls have been a hard thing for him to find.
Finish filling out.
Yeah.
So.
And we actually have 3 lawyers' cabinets that he could actually take that bench down and he could start filling up with Budweiser stuff if he wanted to. It was so funny. They were sellers, and then you couldn't keep one in your booth, and then all of a sudden you bought I think in the period of time you bought 2 in one week and 1 in another week, following, and then they just sat. And he took one of them out of his booth.
2 of them.
Did you take both of them out of? Yeah. So now we have 3 sitting there. It's funny how things sell and then they just stop selling. But I mean, that's an idea too for him to do some more displays. Like I said, I don't care if he goes around. He doesn't want to.
No.
But
no.
Sooner or later, he's going to run out of wall space, and we don't have the barn done. So that's another year project, another day. So thanks for hanging with us. Congratulations to Chris on winning all those yummies, and thank God we found a place that was semi-local to fix that neon because it's worth fixing. It's kind of like when you got the Budweiser mirror, it's worth spending the money to fix it, put the right frame on it. It was this one. Yeah, one of them, if you follow the channel long enough, you know that at the Ohio Springfield, he got one that the guy had left in the weather, started to rain on it. And
well, it had the cheesy gold plastic frame around
the
it.
brass look frame. And so it was worth spending the few $100s at Hobby Lobby, which did a wonderful job framing it. So it looks authentic. So again, thanks for going with us. We will see you next time, and you can see what we're up to.